difference. I got to miss me and Ksoo got arrested the same day. I don't feel like I snitched. I told. It's a goddamn difference.
They didn't call Leroy Whitaker daddy to go get it. They called me. They did. What if they would have called I would like to see how they would feel if they would have called somebody else to go pick somebody up. They didn't. They called me. If I would have knew something was going on, I wouldn't have never went. All right. Think I'm gonna go over there in my car with my phone and knowing something going on? I would like to been, if I would like to been involved in a crime, I'd like to know that I'm involved in a crime. Let me know that, okay, it's a crime happening now. Let me know something. I was in the blind.
So you're a victim in this case, right?
I ain't gonna say I'm a victim, but I would like to know that I'm being involved in something and just ask for a ride.
All right, so then after you know about it, you're then cool with going to burn clothes, right?
Yeah, after I get to know about it, I was cool with that.
Yeah, what's a little bit of a felony? You know, destruction of evidence.
Yeah, I did it. I like Scotty. I did.
Definitely know you didn't call 911.
Right.
That conscience only grew later when you were looking at life.
Yeah.
What you seen or heard was Ksoo's father talking about he told he didn't snitch on his son. Now, apparently his son caught a body. Well, he got a body, you know, by the legal measurements. They got him on tape, and I played some videos before after the video, so y'all, if y'all forget or didn't know about the story. And the father was like an accessory. He picked them up, dropped them off. So the father basically saying, I didn't snitch, I just told what happened. So he probably like, yeah, I picked them up from here, dropped them off there. I don't know nothing outside of that. By him saying he picked them up probably in this type of car, I picked them up in this car. I did that was enough to get them to match the car with them. So in the case, there were some questions whether he was the guy. The other guy in the video looked a little bit more chunkier, and they was trying to say, but most people felt like his son did it, right? And I think they slid on their stepson or his one of his sons or something like that. They slid on somebody in the family, so they were sliding for him. And the father, allegedly, I was hearing, was a street dude. And, you know, I think from his perspective, it's like, you know, why should we all go to jail? You going to jail anyway. Why not? I get to come home and you do go to jail. Fuck that. You did that, y'all, you know. But then again, if you was a street dude and you enabled your son to go that route, you know, more, you know, quite frankly, that's on you. You enabled your son to go that route. So I understand it from that, but let me tell you something I learned about the streets. You know, I had opportunities to be in the streets. You know, I made a conscious decision not to. I've always kind of been calculated, you know what I'm saying? I've always weighed the checks and balances of the situation. And one thing that I knew about the streets, I had homies that sell crack, heroin, dog food. I had opportunities to do all that, right? One thing I noticed, it wasn't they gossip on niggas like bitches. It was no rules. You know what I'm saying? It was no rules. That's one thing I found out. It wasn't no Sunday truths like The Wire. You know, it wasn't, oh, we should protect old people and children and women. And ain't no rules in the streets, bro. Ain't no rules, man. And that's why I had to like separate from a lot of dudes that I, you know, went to school with, hoop with, because they ones that'll never fly straight in there. I had friends that sold crack. That shit was terrible and they quit. You know, I remember I had a homie, his dad was the weight man. Whole bunch of cash, you know, on the table, and they like, Pop, why you always use a money counter? He said, I can fucking count. You know, I mean, come on, man. And it's this belief that all these street niggas who got money, you know, they put it into their kids, they put it into their woman. That's a myth. These women that like to be with street niggas, them niggas don't be, it's not paid state property where he putting, you know, they putting putting their baby moms in a mansion. That's 1 in 1 million. That's 1 in 1 million. They bummy, dusty, fake purses, fake Gucci belts. That's a lie. I noticed that, you know, you going into the streets, it was a gossip. It was no rules. It was different rules for different people. You know, you couldn't trust nobody. They was gonna snitch regardless. They was snitching on people in the hood. When people robbed somebody in the hood, They was like, yeah, I heard Lil Rob did it. I heard JoJo did it. That's snitching too. If you knew somebody hit a lick or did something and you telling people that, come on, man, that's telling too. Them niggas in the street gossip like bitches. Snitching is a rule that's never been followed. Rarely. Especially ever since the introduction to the RICO law. So I don't really get into it. Most people in that position gonna fold like a lawn chair. You know what I mean? That's what I found out when I thought about it. Like, you know, it's a game you can't win because you have to entrust people for your success. How long you gonna last if you entrusting people for your success? Not even just on some snitching shit. Niggas trying to rob you, hit a lick on you, send a bitch your way to know your... Come on. All these guys done told. A lot of guys done told. A lot of guys done cooperated. A lot of y'all at school done cooperated and told, young, like, get out of here. Ain't no rules to this. His father wanted to come home. You know, he snitched. It is what it is. He didn't keep his mouth shut. He told exactly what happened. And once you told what happened, probably what car you picked them up, the scenario, even if you say, I didn't see them shoot them, you already gave confirmation to what they was rolling. What car you picked them up in, and they caught that car on camera, what car they borrowed from, whatever the situation was. Whatever the situation was, you already implemented them. You snitched. And then you on an interview being proud of it. You know, a lot of these dudes on the interview, you know, telling on themselves. If I did something that was deemed dishonorable, why would I want to do an interview? Why would I want to do an interview? Why would I want to talk about it? I should want to fade into the black, probably because he ain't got no money. It ain't no side of the story. Ain't no snitching between told and I told what happened and what snitching. You snitched. You can justify it all you want to. You snitched. It is what it is. Own it. If you're gonna be on the video, don't try to justify. See if it was the other way, if it was somebody else that did it to their son, you know what he'd be on the internet saying? He snitched. He snitched. When people actually do something that's some fuck nigga shit, right? They justify. They don't be like, you know what, I did some hoe ass nigga shit, man. I think about it all the time. They justify it. And Smackwater said in the interview, he was like, man, ain't nobody 100% real nigga. He right. Every nigga at least got 5% fake nigga. Most niggas got 100% fuck nigga. Some men can't be like, I was wrong. Yeah, that was some hoe ass shit that I did, man. Even to themselves, they can't do that. So remember that. You know, keep it a bean. Remember that. Sometimes I gotta check myself. Like, yeah, you know, I did some hoe ass shit. But just because somebody do some hoe ass shit, don't justify that you do some hoe ass shit. It don't. It don't justify that you do some hoe ass shit. But it is what it is, what it is, what it ain't. Hit the link tree. Find me on X, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Amazon, Kick, Twitch. The whole nine. Appreciate the love and support. Let me know what you girls and guys think in the comment section. Check out the music entertainment playlist. Join the Patreon. Everything in that link inside the link tree is the first link in the description. Peace.
Hey man, I just want to let y'all know, bro. This trial with Ksoo was just one trial, bro. He got a whole nother trial to go to for Bibby. Bibby was a big name in Jacksonville. Well, after he died, at least. He was a big name in Jacksonville. He hung around Fully a lot, and I guess he got another trial coming up for him because allegedly Ksoo killed him. So, but we gonna see how this plays out. But, bruh, you shouldn't did all them talking in them songs, bruh. This is why I be saying, bruh, y'all be stitching on y'allself. Then when y'all get found guilty or something, it's like, bruh, then your dad told on you, bro. Y'all want to play victim. Oh, bro, somebody told. Yeah, somebody told, bro. But you told me on yourself in them songs too. Like, nah, brother. Like, we gotta take accountability as black people, bro. That's what I be talking about, bro.